Hey, welcome. This is Mariah and Coco, Berlin. We are in Bali right now, sitting in Ubud in this gorgeous place, as you can see in the background. I'm so excited that you're here sharing this wisdom with you guys. You are founder of the Essence of Belly Dance and also creator and founder of Sensual dance workout. Yeah, so we just met 2 weeks ago also and just connected, and it's really a nice collaboration that's happening here, and Mama Bali is supporting us in this, so you guys benefit from this beautiful collaboration that we're having here. So Coco, I know you are in holidays and things are a little bit slower than usual for you, but tell me a little bit more about when did you realize that, you know, dance was something where you could lose yourself, where you could like go in for hours and hours and, you know, make this your path?
A good question, because this is actually what I found in dance the first time in my life. Like, I always felt lost as a child and everything was grey. I grew up in Poland. The only time I felt alive was when I was listening to music, to emotional music like Chopin or flamenco or something gypsy, oriental. And this is where I felt there is some more in life. Like, I felt it in my heart, and I wanted to dance. I knew I wanted to dance, but on the other hand, I already knew that I couldn't dance because I was always like the last child. When we were running somewhere, I was always the last one. I also couldn't catch up with anything. I felt like the total loser. And I knew I could never be a dancer. I also knew I was super ugly. So it was like I had this strong passion and I loved to dance, but only for myself. And always it was connected with this sadness, because I knew it would be never my life. My life would never be just happy and fun and passionate.
So when you would hear music, what does it do to you? Like, what's the...
It made me want to dance. I felt like an animal, like a princess, like a... I don't know, I just felt this passion. And it was a feeling that it was incomprehensible. So I didn't know what it was.
The past 30 years you've been climbing the ladder as a professional dancer, offering your dance shows to German public. So you've been in the TV, in the German TV, in the Indian TV. You've been really out there with your body, with your dance, with you know, that passion that kick-started as a child. So what happened there? Like how did you still, you know, put all your strength together and just follow that along? Because, you know, the easiest thing is just to, say, oh, it's not for me because I'm not good enough, so I'd rather focus on something else.
Yeah, very good question. So it was like this. I always had this knowing that there could be something interesting in my life, and also the other knowing that no, never. And it was like a fight, a strong fight. And sometimes the one of them won, sometimes the other one. When I had this outburst, I knew, wow, I can do anything that other people also can do. And in this leaps, I was just getting where I actually internally wanted to go. So I took my first ballet class when we finally moved to Germany and we had more possibilities.
When did you move to Germany as a kid?
In 1988, so I was 8. And then I felt this passion. I felt that I'm right here, but on the other hand, the lady was beating us because she was so crazy.
I can imagine,
crazy
like
ballet
German ballet. Oh my gosh.
She was Russian.
Oh, okay. Even stricter.
Yes, because it was also like a small village where I lived. There was not much happening, and then this was the only thing I could do. I could possibly do, so I just went. And then I also saw somewhere like a belly dance video cassette. It was before DVD or YouTube, and then I got it, and I always lent it out from I think it was like our Catholic library in the little village, and then I always rented it out and then give it away, and then I wait for some days and then I take it back again, and I think I was the only one who was using it, and I never showed it to anybody because it was not really cool. Like belly dancing was not cool at this time.
So what was like drawing you to this belly dance?
Yeah, you know, like I have always seen the black and white movies with the interesting femme fatales with the dancers, with the gypsies, and one struck me in particular. It was Esmeralda, you know, the movie with the one with the red dress.
Right.
I get goosebumps because
She
this
has
was me.
a feather in the hair, no?
I don't
Is
know.
that
Maybe
her?
she has a flower,
Or
but she has
something.
a red dress.
Yes. Oh,
the Hunchback
right.
of Notre Dame.
Yes. Oh,
And
of course.
it's I think it's with Sophia Loren, but I'm not sure.
So you got goosebumps when you saw her?
Yes.
And then...
And I knew I wanted to do this, but then whenever I asked my mom, like, is this possible? Can I become something like this? No, nobody's today. No, it was in the past. Today you wear trousers, you go to work, you know, your emancipation. I said, what? All my dreams, I can't do anything.
Wow, so that's really interesting that for you, you really followed something there, and whenever you would tap into that, you know, goosebump feeling, that feeling of, oh, like
I
this
just
is
couldn't
interesting,
resist.
like you were just digging deeper into this and following this voice of, like go there, like it's possible for you, and so when you started really on shows, I mean, you obviously are like in the spotlight of millions of people. I mean, you've moved over 2 million of women, what I read in your bio, which is huge, you know, for a dancer. So tell us more, what happened from this shift of, you know, being so popular in the spotlight to more like working on something that comes uniquely from you, and that's really something that you want to share with the world and that others share with the world as well. So your teachers that you train, they share your method, your trainings with others as well.
Yes, it was a step-by-step process because at the beginning I never wanted to teach, because I always saw my teachers and I said, what a sad life. They have been in the spotlight and now they just like every day in school and just teaching. How sad must it be for them to see that I'm coming there, I'm learning, and then I'm like everywhere on TV, but then I didn't know what they knew. Sharing is just a different level of fulfillment, because first you want to have all the spotlight on you, and I also needed this, because after being like this, in Germany we say gray mouse, like this little like a gray flower on the wall, I needed the spotlight. I needed also always to share my inner truth with the world, because I always had the feeling that I am a good girl, that I have a lot of love, but I also got always the reflection that people didn't see it, and then I felt sad and misunderstood. So being misunderstood was a big part of my life, like always being like vegan and a feminist and always fighting. Nobody could understand my arguments, and I wanted to share this in a big way, and to share the love that comes through the dance, because Oriental music, especially Egyptian, is all about love songs. It's all about a very deep love, a romantic love, not like Buddhist love, a very romantic and powerful love that has nothing to lose. So you love and you laugh and you're proud because you're laughing, because you have it. And you're just channeling love. And this is what I did on stage. I just got out with, of course, first you build up a lot of power, and then you get out, and then you can open yourself and just work with the audience, with the energy of love with the audience, and everybody's touched, everybody feels what you feel, you all get goosebumps together, you all cry together, laugh together. So it's really very emotional moments, and I needed them very, very badly in all the spotlight. I was the belly dancer and I didn't want to teach, but then somebody asked me if I want to teach little kids that have like no money and the parents are not taking care of them, in the Turkish community in Berlin, where there is a lot of poverty and people have just so many problems that they don't have no time for their kids. And so I said, wow, this is like the perfect opportunity, because I love working for free, and I always felt very bad to be the successful dancer and earning so much money and like keeping everything for myself. So it was then a good opportunity for me to learn to accept money and my fun lifestyle that I had, and because I could give something back. So this was a good. Before that I did something with art, also for free, but it was a different level, and then really working with the kids was hard. Like they were not very grateful, you know. So because the very low attention span, it was all for free, and when something is for free, they come and go, you know. They don't respect you. So when they bring you money, they have a respect for you, and when it's for free, it's really hard. So it was a tough 1 year with the kids, and then also somebody asked me if I want to train women, and then I started training the women, and then I really saw, wow, I have so much power, because all that I gave to the kids, it was really hard work. Like, how can I keep them motivated? How can I make it fun? How can I show them that they can be strong women? Because they were like Muslim girls, not very emancipated, and already knowing what their path in life would be. And it was like a really struggle, and it was like I would like offer myself. So here I work very hard, but then I can relax in my luscious life. And with the women it was very different, because everything I gave them, they just took in like, oh my god, give me more, you know. So I just do some belly dancing steps, and then I do some relaxation. I say, Coco, can we make more relaxation? Or what did you just do there? And anytime I said something, I'll just take your arms up and feel the air on your skin. And they were like, wow, I never knew I could do this. So because, and I said, so wow, the women are all as stupid as I was before I discovered that I can just enjoy my body and feel everything, you know. I thought I was the only one who was so stupid not to know like the beauty of living in my own body. I always thought like I'm the unique weird person who's like outside with their head.
Even though you were always dancing, but you were still having that feeling beforehand?
Yes.
Wow.
Totally, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because if I don't do it, I'm out and lost again and depressed.
So this is really your medicine of like entering into your body, and you discovered, because women were really like craving for this teaching of like how to live this sensuous relationship with your body,
and
with your life.
And how to even allow yourself to think, I am beautiful, or I enjoy taking my arms up, I enjoy touching with this arm over this arm, you know, like this was so new for them as it was new for me. But I thought like every woman is just, you know, I didn't know it was such a problem. And then when I discovered that they all loved it so much, I developed my own method, because I have done all the stuff that I'm teaching now just to be a good dancer. Because when you go on stage, everybody can see anything that you have ever, all your weaknesses, all your thoughts, like everything that goes on with you when you're in the spotlight, they can see everything. Also, like the people watching, they can also see like when we are nervous, when they see what I think, they see what you think, and how we reflect. Like when they observe, not everybody is also like this kind of observer, but actually when you're on stage, you just show everything. And if you don't show everything, they see anyway everything you want to hide.
And what was the way of dealing with this? I mean, obviously not everyone gets this opportunity to be on stage, but like, what was your way of dealing with this? Because, you know, when you are like, and I mean, this is something, let's say, if I'm in the bedroom with my partner being full on naked, like it could be the same situation, you know, just with a big audience, or just with your love partner, being like stripped naked, and there you are, you know, showing whatever's coming up for you. Like, what is the way for you to deal with that?
There were many ways. I discovered all the different ways. It's exactly the same thing like with your partner. It's exactly because you need to go all in and show everything and really show that you give a shit and that you really care. It was like I did various things. First of all, a lot of meditation and a lot of psychotherapeutic. I never went to a psychotherapist, but I read millions of books. I did a lot of research, self-development, and like dream analysis, journaling, and of course getting a lot of massage, getting a lot of physiotherapy stuff, because everything that I unlock in my body also unlocks something in my mind and in my soul.
I believe in that too.
From always I just tried to open myself more, because I saw like the best performers on stage. I didn't compare myself to other dancers, but to people like Michael Jackson or Maria Callas, like people that were really like wow, you know, and I just tried to be more like them, to really look what they care about. Like, of course, you need a lot of perfectionism. You need to know a lot about like all. You need to train a lot. You need to train your ears to listen to the music. You need to really prepare everything on point, like be a total pro. But you also need to trust that you can show your soul.
So to translate that into intimacy, into the bedroom, I could imagine, like having the willingness to go and develop and educate and, step on that journey of self-empowerment, and even if that means like being sometimes perfectionistic with yourself and, your weaknesses, and then just being able to go there and say, okay, like I have enough of this weakness, I want to transform that, and then move into it. But also being able to trust and let go of whatever's still there, because I see many people being very, punishing with themselves of that they still not the perfect human being, and that's why they don't allow themselves to have great sex, or to become successful in what they do, or be in front of huge audiences. It's just because they punish themselves that they are not deserving. Through some flaws they might have, right? So when you started working with those women back then on this sensuality, on this like very simple softness, like what did you see in the women exactly transform, and also what did you see as a teacher transform in yourself?
So what I saw in the woman was, of course, just realizing that life could be right now beautiful, like what is normally not visible to most of the women in Germany. Women are always planning, always scheduling, always something has to be done, like, they never relax. And then when they're in the dancing class and I give them the space and I say, in this 90 minutes we're just here having fun, and just listen to the music, listen to your body, and all the time reminding them, like while they're doing the movements, not to try to be only perfectionistic, but also just to listen, like why does the hip move here a little bit easier than here, like what is the problem? Just check in and see, and really observe how the body works and get to know the body. And so just with this little reminders, just to remind them to be there, and that is just okay, that the life can be just fun. And then they go out and swing their hips a little more, then they get compliments and they just feel, what, life could have been like this, but I didn't know. And so this is the coolest thing about this. But of course then you also learn how to move your body, and you know how to how to move consciously also in the bedroom, because you can now move your hip and you get better orgasms, then you get all the hormonal cocktail, like it has so many benefits. And for me it was just realizing that having the power to transform the women is just much more fulfilling than the show. Because of course in the show I always also had like the agenda to transform everybody, but then you do it and then you're away. And also you get all the hormonal cocktail from being on the stage, being so connected, and then you're removed from it, and then something else goes on in your body and you can't really harness it. So every show is like a big explosion, but then after the show in your car or in a taxi or somewhere, the hormones just drop and you can't really keep it. You forget that you were the great woman there on stage, because somehow the hormones make you just shrink, and then you're
so it's kind of a peak orgasm, and then there's
but
a quick
like a real orgasm, because the
decline.
orgasm gives you also like a good orgasm gives you like the hormonal rush for like maybe 24 hours or maybe 48.
But let's say it's more a superficial clitoral vibrator orgasm, which is very quick and fast and efficient and powerful as well in terms of the explosion.
But it's not this thing, because after the clitoral orgasm you don't feel like depleted. You just feel like, oh, that was nice, and then you go on with your
Depends, because I actually feel depleted after a clitoral orgasm.
Interesting.
So it would be interesting if it's just like a feeling of just a peak, and once you're at the peak, like there's only one way, which is going down. So, for example, if you're even, doing drugs, you have a peak
like
moment, and then you you actually crave for this peak moment again, and you cannot appreciate that you just had the most incredible moment, but it's not like a lasting happiness. It's more like a container of happiness, but it doesn't like extend.
Exactly, and then what you do is you just collect like all your references. Like I have collected all the brands on my homepage, all the TV shows, and then this also is nice, like a nice collection of what I have already accomplished. But it's not nothing really fulfilling.
So when you started working with women one-on-one, and also now training women to teach your method, what happened in terms of the fulfillment for you?
So there, of course, it was also that I had always my class where I could always go, and also like always enjoy my own like stretches and dancing. So I felt really good to be connected with the women, and also to dance there, be physical in the room with the women. And also like having my own space, because like with the shows you're always going somewhere. Like of course you could dance in a restaurant, but this was not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to big stages and big events, and then you always have to be on a special spot in a special second, and if you're not there, so it was also like you don't have a real home. And then with the students who come every week, I also had the feeling like I know what I'm doing. I'm having a home. I'm having a deeper purpose. It was just a really nice feeling, and I had it for 10 years until I was ready to say now I want to train my own teachers.
Let's talk a little bit more about this sensual side. First of all, what do you define as a sensuous life? Like, what's for you really that sensuous essence that you teach through your body work and dance?
It's just actually simple. It's just feeling. Like while we're here talking, we're feeling the heat of Bali, just feeling. So feeling is the secret to everything, because I had once a very intense spiritual awakening moment where I was very desperate, and I didn't know what to do with myself. I was very anxious, and I had no idea how this came, because I was very successful, everything was fine, but I was so anxious. And I couldn't do anything. I even couldn't bother my husband anymore, because he was not my husband, and I already bothered him too much, and I was like freaking out. And then the only thing I could do was just meditating. And I did a meditation, an Osho meditation, with white light coming from above, and then black light coming from there. And this was the only thing I could do. And while I was doing this, the panic grew and grew more and more and more. And I didn't know what to do. And I just said, whatever, just take me. I just want to die. And then while I was saying this, I went out of my body and I saw myself, and I was so sweet, just lying on the couch, and I did everything right, I was just so full of love for myself. And now I know it was like God. I was in this moment, I was with God. So, and then I saw myself with the eyes of God, or like in whatever you believe.
So you were just sharing that you started to feel and started to download information from this experience, that whether you need to share this with the world or not. So
yes, and the interesting thing is that I knew that all the meditation that I have done, all these interesting techniques, they were not getting me anywhere. But I knew that I could have had only this experience because I was already so much aware and so much open, and I already had this meditation technique that I was doing to get me into this state. So I knew all these things that I have learned and I was practicing were nice, but it was not leading me to the truth. I knew that the truth could be only experienced through feeling.
So what are your 3 advice you can give for really feeling that truth, like really feeling it?
I think that big explosions like this only happen when you're really stuck, when you're very, very stuck and you think there's no way out, and you'd rather die now than living a life like this.
So through pain, pain kind of liberates.
Yes, like I think like this crazy experience.
Rock hits the bottom, or
So this can only happen in very, very or if you are near death. Like a near-death experience or something. But I think in much softer ways, a lot of other women also experience this, and I now also experience it in only soft ways because nothing dramatic is happening, because I'm much cooler now. Because I trust more. It comes through, for example, dancing and sensing, and it's not only like through sensuous dance workout or yoga or so that you can be aware and sense. You can do everything with awareness. For example, I see so many people running with their headphones. Why? You're cutting yourself off of the experience. Why? When you run, then just run, feel the wind on your skin and really be there. So this is what I would say. Try not, like when you're waiting somewhere, don't look into your phone. When you're waiting, just sit there, listen to maybe some insects like here, or like what the people are saying, and just maybe there are cars in the background. Like every sense, just open your sense and feel and be there.
Right.
Yeah.
I love this because it's a very, like, there's no need for difficult techniques or crazy nervous system frying kundalini practices or whatever, people are seeking
they can be really, really
they can be incredible, of course, but in the same time it's the seeking, right, that keeps us somehow hidden from that truth. And but I mean, we have this equipment, and what you're saying, like, we are in this body, we can feel, and I mean, like, learning to feel and bringing awareness into feeling, and like, this is my body. So I love this, and it seems so simple but so profound at the same time.
It's too simple to be true.
Yeah, exactly. So since you were like embodying this more and also feeling this more in your daily life, like, what has changed also in the relationship with yourself, but also in the relationship with your partner, also in your intimate life? Like, do you see any changes from just feeling?
Yes, so what I have seen, like, this situation was lasting for 3 weeks. Like, this was already incredible. Most people say, well, 3 weeks, this was a long time, until I lost it. Long story, but we don't talk about this today because I want to answer your question. First of all, I learned that I can love more and deeper, because I also saw, like, whenever I had the feeling of love, I said, it's a beautiful feeling of love. But then I said, okay, but now I need to cut because I need to do something, like getting things done, and now I just stay longer in those moments because I know those moments are the precious moments. So when I hug my partner, I'm really there, not already thinking of something. Or when I have the feeling, it can be also like a feeling for a cute cat or for a sweet dog, I just relish the moment that I feel the love, because the love is my love. It's not like, it's not like something that I do for somebody. Whenever you feel the love, it's your love. You're just opening your heart. This is also wisdom that I have from my experience, like that I can love many people at the same time, because when I'm loving, I'm just opening myself. So the love is not my love. It's just the love that flows. And when I'm open. Then I can live from it, have the good energy from it. And now, so this is what I learned, so I can love deeper. And what else? Like another thing that I have learned?
So it's something, the relationship towards yourself, but also to others, or maybe even in your intimate life.
Yes,
there's something coming up.
This also changes everything in the sex life. Like, with this experience, I have the best sex life ever. Of course, later it also changed after I lost my root, that I knew everything, I was connected to everything. I became also more normal again, but I still have this, that I know what is possible, and I know that I'm now not doing what I actually could do because of, I want to build my business, I have things to do, blah, 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 like, and this is also like what makes us humans so interesting.
Of course.
If we would just sit there and be totally at peace, and that we would have no ambition, because also in the 3 weeks I had no ambition. For me, I could have lived under the bridge somewhere, I would have been.
It sounds a bit similar to Eckhart Tolle's experience when he was like for 2 years just on a bench, homeless, and
because
just being fine with it.
Nothing matters, because just being is already great.
Yeah, interesting. So let's just talk about this day-to-day thing, because I think this is where many people find themselves in, and yeah, maybe we have this moment of, whoa, like this could, this is like an enlightenment moment. This is like a wow moment. But how do you remind yourself just in those daily moments of going back there, or, even if it's not that intense, but just kind of, sensing your body again, feeling like are there some tricks that you do, or remind yourself to integrate that?
Definitely. So one is that every morning I take time for myself to move, like half an hour or something, just making on music and dancing, crazy, feeling my body. So this is the time where I connect to myself or to God or to whatever you want to connect to. Like take really this time to stay connected, because otherwise you lose yourself, and I lose myself very quickly. I
know the feeling.
I didn't do this method just because I already have it all together.
Sure.
I just discovered it on my way to becoming more present and alive, and that's why I'm sharing it. So obsessed, and I'm still, if I don't do my own stuff, I'm lost. I'm depressed. I'm dead. I want to die. So.
Thanks for being so honest, because I think this really grounds it and really brings it also into perspective, that I can relate with that, and feeling sometimes low and down, and then just kind of, okay, what can I do to just love myself again? What can I do to just be present with that moment? And
yes, and also like
great technique of just in the morning, a morning ritual, right?
And also feeling everything that is also bad. You need to feel every good and bad stuff without judging, or maybe judging, but going through every stuff, because when we cut ourselves from feeling the bad stuff, we can't feel the good stuff either. So if we don't feel and let everything in, we will always have blockades, and we need to feel everything. And the bad stuff is also just stuff. Like, some people have it's much worse. We are just beautiful ladies sitting here in Bali in the winter. In some days there's Christmas, other people are in the snow. Some people are maybe dying in Berlin already, like a lot of, there's so much bad stuff going on, and we have it so good. And if we don't enjoy it, just...
Yeah, for what then? Yeah, there's no reason then. Yeah, I agree, and I think it's still good to remind ourselves that we're human beings, right, as you said, and just stay with what is there, and feeling exactly what is there. And even if it's overwhelming, but and even then we can ask for support, right?
But the overwhelming things are the best things, because when you're overwhelmed, you can get through this door and to have this transformational moment without any guru, without any psychotherapist.
Right.
Just you yourself, just be honest, look everywhere into your dark sides, and give in to love. And like sometimes also when we are ill, when we are fighting, we want just to be healthy, just put in vitamin C and all healthy stuff, but sometimes it's just good to just relax.
I agree.
Like when I came to Bali, I was ill first, and then I said, it's not possible, it's Bali, I want to be healthy and happy.
Right.
Yeah, but then my body said, like this, no. First we need to relax. And then after I relaxed, and I go through some emotional, weird trauma, it's always there somewhere, then I can get out and be happy and transformed again. But like, not through fighting, not through...
Thank you so much for sharing this wisdom. Maybe there's is there one book that you would recommend for people that inspires exactly that, what you were sharing, or maybe something that you were also discovering on this journey, or what was really supporting you?
Yes, there's one book that I read recently that is actually really all about feeling, but it's not in the title. So the title is really funny and catchy. That's why it caught my attention, and it's called The Happiness Trap. I forgot the author, but he's actually...
We will definitely link it in the description below. Yeah.
And it's actually a non-religious but somehow Buddhist method to just have more awareness in life and feeling, and especially everything that I'm writing on about my blog, telling in my YouTube, it's all in the book. So easy. A very,
beautiful.
very interesting person. I forgot the name. I even don't know if it was a lady or a man.
We'll check it out.
And I also didn't finish it yet, but I know that everything that I believe is really in this book, and it's very, very good written.
Awesome. Also, you have this incredible free program that people can join. I believe we will also link that in the description below to check out more of your work. And
yes, but what we have now talked about, it's more on what I have in the Sensual dance.
That's in the Sensual dance workout. Yes, that's right.
So
because this essence of belly dance is more focused on the dance.
Yes, and more also dance technique. If you really want to become a very good dancer.
Yeah, we'll definitely link some of your work there and ways to really dive in deeper with you as an expert. And
Thank you.
yeah, I'm really excited and glad that I could have hosted you in my show, and that you've been sharing incredible stories, very inspiring. I hope you guys enjoyed this too. Let us know in the comments below, like if maybe you have some questions to beautiful Coco, or some ideas how you integrate this sensuality, this sensuous lifestyle into your life, bringing more mindfulness in your body and really feeling in what we just shared here with you guys. And yeah, if you enjoyed this show, if you enjoyed this video, just subscribe below and check definitely Coco out. She's a gorgeous woman, as you can see. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.